Hey everybody, just thought I'd do a quick video on the 2A Armament Balios-Lite upper and lower set. So when you get the set, it'll come in this nice little box with the logo on it. What you see first in the box is two slips, one for the upper, one for the lower. Inspections, hand checked by an inspector at 2A Armament. You'll also find a 2A Armament advertisement. This one's on the T3 titanium compensator. Pretty cool stuff. And then there's the box with some nice hefty foam to keep the lowers nice and pristine. And then you've got the lowers, or the upper and lower, I should say. It's pretty much as advertised. All the stylized cuts look great. It's all the lettering is flat black, which I actually kind of like. It's kind of the covert style. The trigger guard is thin. It looks kind of thin in all the photos and everything, but you can tell it's strong. It's not going anywhere. The fitment between the upper and lower is nice. It's smooth and tight. If you take down the front pin, at least on mine anyway, you can actually pivot the upper and lower just on the friction from the tight fit. So let's take a look inside the lower. It's a standard cutout, and there's the tensioning screw that they talk about. If your upper and lower don't fit as tight as you'd want it, you can screw that down from the bottom here, and or screw it up technically, and it'll tighten up between the pillar of the upper and the lower. I don't think I'll need that on mine. It's pretty secure. I mean, you probably don't need it either. You can see the front. All looks good. In the top, the T markings are there, but they're not painted in white. They're just laser etched and then treated with the anodized coating. Got the 2A Armament blazoned in there, if you can see that. So some of the features that they talk about are, of course, all the lightning cuts, and then you get the screw-in pin version, so that you don't have to have a roll pin. You don't have to mess with putting a roll pin in for the bolt catch, which is nice. And then I put these are mil-spec lower parts in there, so you can see the difference in the finish from just a standard lower parts kit. It's not bad. It looks pretty good. And then this is a ALG Act trigger, which is chrome, I believe, and that looks pretty striking against the all black upper and lower. Let's see, what else can I show you? The beveling on the magwell is aggressive, to say the least. That magwell is wide open. You're not gonna have any trouble putting a magazine in there. It should be good to go. Some of the things that I wanted to mention that I thought were really nice, some of them are mentioned in their write-up and everything already, but the kind of rounding out these edges so that you don't drag your charging handle along there and scuff it up as much. I thought that was a nice touch. One of the other things they don't really tell you about is that the retaining hole for the back pin, for the spring that holds the back pin in place, actually has a set screw. I know that's pretty standard with other aftermarket lowers, but they don't actually mention it anywhere, so I just thought I'd tell you guys about that. And then with this cutout here to reduce weight, you if you're kind of anal retentive like I am, you don't really want to put a pistol grip that has a beaver tail on there, because then there's kind of this weird open space between the pistol grip and the beaver tail, and it doesn't look very good. I mean, if you're not worried about looks, that doesn't matter, but me personally, I'm going to go with one that doesn't have a beaver tail, so it looks more smooth. It isn't uncomfortable with this cutout here. If you get one without a beaver tail, you can still rest your hand in there fine. It's not a big deal. But yeah, these are pretty much as advertised. It's nice that they fit in with the standard Balios set that 2A makes. It's always a nice thing when everything's compatible with each other. So you could always get the lightweight lower and use it on a standard upper, or vice versa. And they're mil-spec compatible, of course. Give you some more angles of it. One thing that I should mention that they don't talk about in any of the write-ups on the descriptions or anything is that this hole here for the port door rod is a blind hole, so it has no exit here. It's covered. So if you want to put a port door on, you have to put it on before you put your handguard on, because the handguard will obstruct you from getting a rod in there to hold your port door. That's just something to consider in case you're trying to piece out your build and figure out what's going on. That's a mil-spec magazine release right there, so you can see it blends in pretty good. It's a little bit shinier than the finish on the upper and lower. These are V7 pins in here, and those have a melanite finish on them, I believe. So those are shiny, kind of glossy black instead of flat black like the anodized. The weight on the upper and lower, which is a big deal since these are supposed to be lightweight, is true to the weight specified on the ads. The upper is 5.85 ounces and the lower is 6.5 ounces. So if you are going off of their weight, then you're good to go. What else was I going to say? I think that's about it. I'm really happy with mine, and I got mine from vertexops.com. These guys are great. Mine shipped really quickly to my FFL, and everything was good. You should check them out. They have a lot of really cool lightweight parts. They have V7 weapons, lightweight parts. They have some aerospace technology, lightweight parts, good stuff like that. Definitely give them a look, and when you get something from them that costs this much, you usually get some sweet swag too, and they didn't disappoint. Got this sweet patch to go along with my purchase. Got the Velcro backing on it, so that's pretty cool. Yep, so that's about it. If you have any questions on the upper, lower, whatever, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you later.